Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Says So. I'm your host, King053, Mr. Easy Imali Nengi. And we're back at it again with another one. It's the morning drive. Listen, the DA cannot be trusted. And ActionSA, they are finding out the hard way. They are finding out the hard way to say, you cannot trust the DA. That stupid thing that they did to support that white party and call it the Moonpeg shot, a multi-party charter rubbish. We warned them and said, listen, you cannot trust the DA. In fact, you cannot even trust the IFP. The IFP, since in the 80s, they've been working with white monopoly capitalists. Hence the war in KwaZulu-Natal, trying to dethrone the ANC. You cannot trust the IFP. You cannot trust the DA. Here they are today. They are in coalition talks with the ANC. The same people that said, we will never work with the ANC. We don't like the ANC and whatever. But now that the ActionSA, I have to give respect to ActionSA. This is what when I talked yesterday about Julius Malema, I said, stand with your principles. What you said, let it go. You understand? Stand with what you said so we can respect you for knowing that you're not a flip-flopper. Today, the same EFF that said we will not work with Cyril Ramaphosa are saying, no, it's fine. If the ANC chooses Cyril Ramaphosa, it's okay. And the same supporters of the EFF are saying, no, but King, the voters disappointed Julius Malema. So what? If you disappoint me tomorrow, if I say I want to do something like opening Paseta, understand? I've got little to no support with Paseta, of which I'll be making some announcement of progress this coming weeks. If you don't support me, must I change my principle on what I believe must be done? No, I don't change my principle, and that's what ActionSA is saying. We are not going to change our principle and work with the ANC that has taken our country, drowned our country for the past 30 years. I respect it. They might change because politicians, they always change. But I'm saying I respect what the ActionSA is doing. It's integrity over everything, man. Integrity over everything. Let's quickly listen to what the ActionSA are saying. No wonder they did so well.
And I think what we are looking forward to is a period of time where ActionSA is going to stand on its own 2 feet. We're going to be the best ActionSA that we can be, and we're going to do so untethered and unencumbered by partners with baggage. Yeah, well, let's give you just a quick reminder of what it is that we heard last night from the President of the African National Congress. He has essentially said that the ANC is looking at forming a government of national unity, right? And then they've talked about how they have been in talks with the EFF, the Inkatha Freedom Party, the Democratic Alliance, the NFP, and the Patriotic Alliance. You, of course, note that he did not mention ActionSA, and perhaps we need to talk about whether or not those discussions have happened, right? And then, of course, we need to be reminded of the fact that they did say, as the ANC, that they reached out to the MK Party, were snubbed by the MK Party, and then later on yesterday we're hearing that the MK Party may very well be keen to talk with them again. Can we talk about this list? The EFF, the IFP, the Democratic Alliance, the NFP, and the Patriotic Alliance. I think EFF stands out in that list of parties that the ANC has spoken to. So when he talks about a government of national unity, do you understand that to be all of these parties included, and that you have not been included in that discussion at all? Have they reached out to you? They haven't reached out to us. I think for what it's worth, ActionSA's clarity on where we stand in relation to the ANC probably puts us very far down the call list. And for what it's worth, we don't lament that situation. We're very happy with it. We would be very happy to tell the ANC that they should focus on calling others. because we would not be involved in a working relationship with them. But from our point of view, we are watching and observing this with great interest. The challenge that I think is going to really arise here is a government of national unity really only requires two of those political parties to have a majority. Everyone else is effectively window dressing to create a dynamic that is not just a two-party coalition which has political downfalls for both of those parties. And at the end of the day, what's going to probably be of concern is when that coalition government starts to function, decision-making is going to deal with this idea of sufficient consensus. Sufficient consensus is when the two bigger parties agree and everyone else kind of has to take it. And I think that's going to be an interesting concern going forward, especially given some of the coalition experience we've had and the degree to which arrogance can predominate in those larger parties.
See, so ActionSA has made it so clear to the ANC that, listen, we're not going to work with you. So much that the ANC has not even contacted them. They've not called them because it's clear ActionSA does not want to work with the ANC of Cyril Ramaphosa. Now, Umkhonto has also said they don't want to work with the ANC of Cyril Ramaphosa. Umkhonto is now saying, no, okay, let's talk. But I know Umkhonto will always draw their line when it comes to Cyril Ramaphosa. Because Umkhonto has always maintained that, listen, we don't have a problem working with the ANC. The problem in the ANC is the leadership structures of the ANC. So we don't want to work with Cyril Ramaphosa. You understand? So if the ANC maintains that they will keep Cyril Ramaphosa, of which it looks like they are going to keep him, I don't expect Umkhonto to work with them. But I just want to applaud ActionSA, Herman Mashaba, integrity. When you are a man and you say right, stick with your right. Let that right be principle. Let that right be principle and make sure you stick with that right. That's all I'm saying. So I'm happy. I'm happy, ladies and gentlemen, to see that there's still politicians that have integrity. So those of you who voted for ActionSA in hopes that they won't work with the ANC, looks like at least you did not waste your vote. Because all of us, we were voting to say, no, we are tired of this mighty elephant. But now your party is going to work with that mighty elephant. And, with the EFF, the ANC is going to regret working with the EFF. The EFF is going to provide those people in parliament like nobody's business. The ANC will not be able to control or contain the EFF in parliament. They are just not going to. They don't have the personalities to do that. They don't have the educational level to do that. They don't have. They don't have the youth. And actually, I must talk about that one. What you call it, Malachi. I must talk about him. Yeah, I'm going to make a video today. You remember they were taking Jacob Zuma's pictures off the wall, the youth of KwaZulu-Natal. You remember they were doing that. Today they've lost KwaZulu-Natal. It was fun when they were attacking and dissing Msholozi. Colin Malaji talking rubbish. If the ANC does not build from the ground up, meaning from the youth up, and take Colin Malaji out, I can see the ANC in local election hitting 20-something%, not even 30-something%, 22%, 24%, of which it will mean that white monopoly capitalist has become successful in dividing the black vote so much that we might not see a political party hit 50% again in our lifetime. Think about it. Well, not in my lifetime. I'm still young. But some of you who are in your 60s, your 50s, you might not see, looking at the expectancy of life in South Africa, you might not see a party hit 50% plus one again in your life, because I think this damage will cause, and the only reason I'm saying that is that Msholozi is 82 years old. If Msholozi was a little bit younger, like in his 70s, probably we were going to see that. But I'm saying this to say this. They have managed to divide us. The black vote is divided. The black people are divided. We are voting for 10 million parties, and those black parties are not meeting up, because even now the ANC is at 40%. Those black parties can meet up. Well, they're gonna need the DA, so I let them not meet up, because guys, I can pull out so many videos where political parties were saying if the ANC goes under 50%, the rest of the political parties must join together and kick out the ANC. You remember they were saying that, but now Bachigil. But we as black people have been divided, and we must acknowledge that the system is working against us, and we must acknowledge that we are weak. We must acknowledge that we are not intelligent to fight a system with a system. I've always said, what is the counter system that we put into these election things? Oh, 5 years. Huh. If those political parties don't see that the race to 2029 has already started now, they're going to wake up in 2028. I feel sorry for them. I really feel sorry for them, because I'm saying to you guys, what is this? I'm saying to you guys, the youth has to take this country over with a little bit of experience in the mix, but the youth has to take this country over. That's why I love the EFF so much, because I was like, this is a good, well balanced political party in terms of the youth. The youth, man, the youth. If we, the youth, don't do anything, we can forget. We can forget. But anyways, I love you guys so much. It's the morning. It's the morning drive already at work. They're fumigating today. Fumigating. So chase are early today and go and rest. Let me just go do some stuff, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. Don't forget to pray. But after you pray, at least African child, stand up, do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan Africanism. I salute you.
Black Heart, the hustle continua. 100% good quality t-shirts, made to inspire your goals and dreams. T-shirts are now available at an affordable price. Place your order now. 068-473-6908. Instagram at Black7576. Facebook page Black Heart.